Hello and welcome to this video series on HTML for beginners. Now in this video we're going to be covering the basics of the basics. I'm going to introduce you to the main structure that all web pages need to exist, what I commonly call the basic four. Now we've got the HTML tags, which basically tells the browser that it's going to be reading an HTML page. And you're going to have the opening HTML tag and the closing HTML tag, kind of like yin and yang, right and wrong, black and white. You're going to have where you have one, you're going to have the other, and I'll touch base on that here in just a little bit. But basically, everything on your web page needs to go in between these two tags. Now, and we've also got the head tags. Again, you got your opening head tag and your closing head tag, and this is where all the meta tags reside. And if you don't know what a meta tag is, don't sweat it. We're going to cover that a little more in depth in an upcoming video. But basically all the thinking takes place in between the head tags. And if you can relate this to a body, the head is on top, and below the head you got the body. Well, guess what, folks? The body tags are next. Well, no, wait, they're not. In between the head tags, we've got the title tags. Little snafu there. Now in the title tags, again, you got the opening title tag and the closing title tag. That's where the name of your page goes. And then below the head tag, you got the body tags. Again, you got the opening and the closing body tags. This is where all of the goodies are contained. The content, like the text, the graphics, the videos, and other elements in scripting languages, kind of like JavaScript or other items, PHP, whatnot, includes, whatever, they might go in your body tags or in between your body tags. So let's go ahead and open up our simple HTML editor, otherwise known as the Notepad. And for those of you that have the Dreamweaver or the front page or the Composers or the WYSIWYGs open and ready to go to work, close them, because we're not going to be using those. We'll get to those in a later video series. So let's go ahead and open up our Notepad. Minimize this, and if you did not catch it in the first video on where to get your Notepad at, just go to your Start menu button over on the left hand side, go to All Programs, go up to Accessories, and there you have your Notepad. Now if you want it on your desktop, kind of like I do, so you don't have to go through this little step each time, just right click on this, go down here to Send To, and I'm using Windows XP, by the by, just in case you have a different operating system and yours doesn't look like this. And then just going down here to Desktop and create Shortcut, and it tosses a shortcut of that Notepad on your desktop, just like this. Now, before we jump into this, let's go ahead and create a folder to store all these goodies, so we just don't have web page floating all over our desktop here. Go ahead and right-click, go to New, click on Folder. Let's name this bad boy HTML Stuff. Name yours whatever you want, just as long as you know where and what it is. And we'll leave that alone for the time being. So let's open up our Notepad here, and let's get to work. Now remember, basic four. We've got our, how do you make these? You got to have this angle bracket here, alligator bracket, less than, greater than, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to call it an angle bracket, HTML, and closing angle bracket. You're always going to have the angle brackets left and right, and in between those will be the name of the tag. In this case, it's an HTML tag. Now, like I was mentioning before, yin and yang, black and white, right and wrong, you got your opening tag. We need a closing tag. 99% of the time, that's the rule. Okay, yeah, there's going to be those occasions out there where you're going to see a tag that does not have a closing tag. We're going to get into that later on, because that, I think, may fall outside the realms of HTML for beginners. Okay, that might be a little more HTML for advanced. So forgive me if we skip over that later on, but it definitely doesn't belong here in this video. HTML. Now, this is a / here. That's the closing. That's the difference between the opening and the closing tag, is the /. Everything else on that tag is the same. So this is our HTML tag. What else did I say? Head tag. Oops. bracket, HEAD, bracket, bracket, / HEAD, bracket. Now then, in between the head tag is where our title tag goes. And this is the only purpose behind the title tag, is to tell the browsers the name of our page. And / title E. And again, you can have it up and down like these guys here, or to the side, depending upon what web page you're looking at. And I'll show you how to find the source code of any web page here in just a second. It may be to the side, it may be up and down, whatever. But in this case, this is how I roll. We're going to go side by side. And we're just going to name this my first and just to show you a little bit more, I'm going to put a vertical bar, or a pipe as they call it, right next to that. Just because where you're going to see this at, you're not going to see this on the web page anywhere at all. You're only going to see this on your browser bar up here at the very top. And I'll show you that here in just a sec. But this little pipe doohickey right here, that vertical bar, that is located on the right hand side of your keyboard between the enter key and the backspace key. You hold your shift, it's the / key. You hold your shift key down and hit that /. You see? Gives you the pipes, what I call pipes. Anyway, so over here, there. Okay, now then, below the head tag, the closing head tag, is our body tag. And if it's easy to remember, you got your head on top of your body. Okay, head, body, head on top of body. Anyway. BODY, and in between the body tags, opening and closing body tags, goes the content of your web page. You know, the videos, the text, the graphics, certain scripts like JavaScripts, what have you. I can't walk and talk at the same time. That's why I forgot the / in here to close it out. See, I can't talk and type at the same time either. But I can chew gum and pat my head at the same time. Just an old talent. Okay, so in between here is where the basic body section of our web page is going to be. For example,
to watch the next part of this video, go to theaudiobookwholesaler.com. You'll find the videos under the training videos link. This is just one of several series available in our free video section.